Hello and welcome to the WePlay Radiant Tug of War event. My name is Nomad, I'm here with Kips, and we are going to be running through this game of NIP versus Singularity as we are well into this draft.
Yeah, I was watching this this Night Stalker pickup, and I am very excited because, you know, I've been taking a break since coming back from Katowice. I don't think there were any Night Stalker picks in Kato, but here's NIP. I researched them for Kato, I played them there, and now I'm here, and they are doing something wildly different. So I'm awake again. I'm ready. I want to see this.
glad I'm awake too, and yeah, this is as you say, not what we're used to seeing. I mean, I love that NIP are picking up their Night Stalker though. I feel like that's a really core hero for them. This is something which they discovered, so I love that they're kind of like sticking with it and going, you know, this is our hero, guys. we're gonna pick this.
Yeah, they've done it before this tournament.
Yeah, I believe they were the first one to debut it in ESL. I think.
All right.
Yeah, I'm certain that these were the first guys to really throw down this Night Stalker for 33 and be like, hey guys, this hero's pretty strong, and everyone was like, what are these guys, these fools doing picking Night Stalker? And then all of a sudden he just slammed down the game basically.
Nice. All right. Well, let's see if I think they're good at it as well, shall we? Nah, I have no doubt. 33 is one of those players with a very interesting hero pool. So, if someone can just make it work, like if it suits him, and I'm sure that if they're picking it more, he says like, all right, I can do this. There's a lot of priority as well to pick it this late into the draft. They're giving him a lot of space here. I presume that that's Peter Panda then.
Peter Panda, I love that.
And then on the other side, like one of the things that stood out to me immediately is that they clearly have an idea of this Magnus draft that they were going to work their way towards. The Oracle pickup before the Darkseer is a nifty way to get that pick through without any big counter picks. So they have Magnus, Darkseer, Phantom Assassin all on the board. But it is the kind of draft that doesn't really, how do you say, pay any attention to what the opponent might do, and that is a Timber Saw.
It is a little bit, isn't it? It's a bit of a Timber Saw. Well,
that is a lot of a Timber Saw.
That's a big old Timber Saw, and this is a really, really good Timber game if ever I've seen one. My goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, this is actually, I have been on the receiving end of this 1 week ago. I want to go to sleep now again. No, the games where Fada gets this good of a Timber Saw game, he just completely destroys the opposition. That man's gonna go from tower to tower and just make so much space for the rest of his team. And there's not a good way to deal with him at all.
All right, well, who would you put your money on judging for these two drafts? I mean, is this Timber Saw? Is this just it for or have NIP basically just taken the game with this pick?
Yeah, I'd say so. Even if they find a way to deal with the Timber Saw, that means that the other heroes of NIP have free reign.
So, NIP is what Kips is going for. I would have to say, I agree. I mean, as much as strong as this Magnus PA combo is, I don't think it's going to be enough. Especially, I mean, 3 melee cores versus a Timber, and not only that, but it's a Fada Timber as well. It's pretty scary stuff. I also got to see, I spoke on a panel as well. It's kind of new, isn't it? Seeing this guy out on the streets doing some media work.
He's a very nice guy in person. He's just also, from what I've been told, it's not because he doesn't like me, it's just that he's extremely shy about his English. But I have never actually had a full conversation with him. It's
I can't imagine Iceberg being shy about anything.
Yeah, no, but he's very much a sweetheart, apparently, up until the point where you make him mad, and then he's very much not anymore. That's what.
Okay.
Well, he's an ex-boxer, right?
Yeah.
Do not make him mad.
Noted. This is us. This is where we could be if we were in the... Okay, we're into the game. We have this lovely shot of a Phantom Assassin with that Immortal running to lane. Yeah, PA Oracle.
Sorry, I wanted to say my mid laner could beat up your mid laner.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty much the case of it. I don't know. Is it Iceberg versus Fly? Who would your money be? I mean, I think a combat training beats overall strength. So
Yeah, but boxing is pretty brutal in and of itself, right? It's not,
yeah,
there's not some kind of showy sport.
yeah,
You kind of-
exactly. That's what I mean. I think Iceberg is probably the biggest dude in competitive, although. Hey, maybe that could be like our next kind of, we have the All-Star matches, we have those extra events going on at TI. Maybe.
Nomad, what did you do? Now this question is going to be in my head for the entire game.
Yeah, we're going to be talking
we're
about
going to be looking at this game, and in the back of my head's going to be the question. Yeah, but Iceberg, he's Russian, so I bet he's seen some shit.
True. I think
Why is Israeli there? Combat training is notorious. Perhaps he also spent time in the army? I don't know.
Yeah, do they have enlistment? I'm not even sure. Anyway, we have a bit of action going on as EGM takes a bit of damage and Shashlo as well, having to run away from Ace and Saxa here in the bottom lane. But runes were even 2 apiece, so everything hunky-dory on that side of things. As they get straight back to business, straight back into the farming game. So looking at these lanes right now, in the bottom lane we do have Ace on the Juggernaut lining up versus the Darkseer and the Magnus combo. Not a combo we're used to seeing very often, but Magnus being played in this 4 position. Meanwhile, over at mid, we got Pingvin on the Kunkka and Fata on the Timbersaw as well. Usually not a fantastic lane for the Kunkka, but there's definitely worse lanes. Like, usually, if there's a melee hero in the mid lane, then Timbersaw's going to have a good time. But Kunkka can do pretty good things. And then meanwhile on the top, we've got PPD and 33 on the Panda and the Night Stalker versus Maposhka on his signature Oracle, which is always scary to come across. And, of course, the PA down the bottom lane. They're actually kind of low on Singularity. And Fada's really low in the mid lane, actually, but he is a Timber.
Yeah, he's a Timber. He don't care, usually. I like to see Bing just faking those taunts. See if he can get his opponent a little bit nervous. And ooh, Fada.
Yeah, getting really low, but this is the life of the Timber. But he's gonna need to find these stacks from somewhere. Okay, he's just gonna salve up as Pingvin asserting his dominance early on in the mid lane, but a bit of a regen will help him out. Meanwhile, PPD leading the creeps on a merry chase, but Maposhka is not gonna let him. I think the idea was to kind of suicide here, but now PPD is like, oh,
yeah.
I can't really do that with this guy chasing me, and he's just going to die to right clip. So Maposhka getting the easiest first blood onto the PPD.
PPD doubled up the wave though, so this is going to push hard, and especially if he decides to TP, with all this going on the bot lane, he might not actually TP to top. He's currently just standing in Fountain.
Okay.
All right, yeah, he's TPing to top now.
All right. Yeah, just waiting to get an idea on things. Meanwhile, Shashlo dropping really low. One more right click from Saxa. Is he going to find it, though? Yes, he is. He gets the 8th shock. I think Shashlo was dead either way there. So, yeah, both... but that was an offlaner. That wasn't like PPD, who's like the 4-5 position, dying to double up the creep wave. That was your offlaner dying to double up the creep wave. That is not good.
I mean, I guess with the first blood gold going the way of Singularity before, that's not too bad. Also, I seem to be on like a 2-second delay more than you, so sometimes you are predicting things that haven't happened yet.
I'm just really, really good, dude. I'm very, very good at predicting the action. Oracle, I'm him in real life. Poshka, talking of which, is taking a bit of a beating.
What am I getting for my birthday this year? Alright, that's unfair.
I can't. 2 seconds. There's a difference between 2 seconds and a few months, but
true.
When is your birthday?
The 22nd of May.
22nd of May. Okay, not too far. Not too far.
I'm gonna be 28. I'm an old lady.
Wow, 28.
Meanwhile,
all right. So let's take a step back and actually look at this game from kind of like the long game perspective, right? You've got a Juggernaut versus a PA, which usually are like, well, Juggernaut's kind of slightly better at the old farming business, perhaps, but PA's got this Magnus. Oh, Shashlo dropping low. Is going to die to a spin and a grab from Saxa. NIP drawing some more blood in this bottom lane, as it's the second time which Shashlo has gone down on this Darkseer. But yeah, as I was saying, it's Magnus and PA, so that is going to speed up the farm exponentially, but we've already talked about Fata being the ace card in this match. How much can he actually get from this lane? He's doing pretty well so far.
Yeah, basically this bot lane is the only one that I saw as being able to get kills with the disable on top of the spin. And I'm not sure if that means that they're getting enough momentum out of this bot lane though. Fada's going to have to do a lot of work. I guess that the real question mark in this game is going to be the Night Stalker. And you can already see that
the shackles out onto Shashlo. EGM comes in to break it, but Shashlo, is he actually going to get out of range? Yeah, it's a little bit of a mismovement there on the spin. He's still trying to chase him down. Meanwhile, Jerry going under tower finds Saxer, actually. So EGM does find a kill. Shashlo taking some hits from the tower. Ace still trying to chase him down, but I think Shashlo is going to be okay. Meanwhile, Jerry will just die to tower down there, and well, Saxer does get the kill credit for it. Meanwhile, Fata is just sitting under a tier 1 tower at 4 minutes 50 into the game. Very cool stuff. Love this hero.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. And this is hard, actually. I want to lead into the fight when that happens, but I can't do that.
Oh my god. Pingvin just gets annihilated in the middle lane. Maposhka tries to TP in, but it's too late. Stay away from the trees, Kunkka. Stay away from the trees.
Yeah, we're from the crystals and toadstools in this case.
Yep, true. It's a pretty funky terrain. Of course, it does go with the theme of the tournament. It's pretty interesting that they've kind of gone for this whole lore-based tournament as Fada takes a bit of a rest. He's going to be okay. Yeah, leading up to the Mad Moon event, which we will have more details on maybe tomorrow. I say that as if I have any idea. I don't. That's a pure guess. But I'm hoping we'll have details on it tomorrow. But yeah, a full lore-based land sounds pretty cool if that's what it's going to be. But yeah, our guess is as good as yours, viewer. Meanwhile, Pingvin getting run down again in this middle lane. He's going to throw out that torrent, but Fada's just like, yeah, I'm happy to just force you back, run at you every time you look at me. And these creeps are mine. PPD.
There's no way he gets close.
Wow. Pingvin just goes down again. As easy as that, as Saxer makes a rotation in, and Fata starting to get the ball rolling in the middle lane. Maposhka's kind of just watching. He's like, well, I wish I could do something.
I wish I was an oracle.
Yep. Of course, this is the best of 5 finals in the western side of things. They've split the tournament into 2 sides, the east and the west. So they're trying to chase down Maposhka here. Don't get the slam off. 33 using that AoE silence, but they can't really find anybody to close the gap on. But with Vada coming in, things are starting to get a bit scary. He's actually got a regen rune ticking through. I wonder if he'll keep that going. He doesn't, but doesn't need to, as Maposhka just gets run down once again, as NIP are finding so many kills across this map right now. Shashlo having to run away. Meanwhile, the torrent, the boat, PPD in some trouble. The shockwave going to help to keep him in place, and the boat will finish the job. Pingvin finally gets a kill here in the middle lane, but it's a long way back into this game for the Pirate Man.
Yeah, and I think this Kunkka pick here is really coming back to bite them. They are very reliant on the PI. The problem is that the Kunkka doesn't provide that much utility unless you go a very specific build on him, which means that how is this Kunkka going to help out the PA in farming? He's
being
not.
run down
He's
again
mostly
in
going to
the
take
middle
his
lane.
space.
He makes out. He makes out. Yeah, but 33 was farming creeps, which is also really cool. I mean, to be honest, like, I think we're bored of watching the mid lane, but that's like the action lanes. They're just rotating in heroes after heroes. Going, oh, what do we do about this this Timbersaw? I don't know, throw Oracle at him. Nope, not working. All right, let's try throwing the Magnus at him. Still not really working.
Sometimes you just gotta throw heroes at a problem. It's true. In his case, though, like, this is a position for Magnus. He does not have enough oof to keep those creeps off the tower at all. Like, that is one of the things that you can do against Timbersaw. You can at least draw those creeps back, but no. Tower's
Jerry
gone.
did get the
deny,
which is nice. It's nice. Poshka, I mean, silenced up, but yep. Not really sure. 33 just trying to assert some dominance down here. Jerry making his way over on this 4-position mag. So far, between the two cores, things are very neck and neck, though. PA and Jug both having a pretty good time on the network. Yeah, Fada's coming in. Maposhka could be in some trouble, though. Immediately purging off that slow. Pretty nice for Maposhka. Will mean that he gets away safely under tower. Meanwhile, Ace in the bottom lane. Excalibur's made his way down. Can we talk about how much do you know about Excalibur? Oh, Maposhka in some trouble. The heal. No, it's not enough. The Willing Death's going to finish him off, and Fada finds another one under a tier 2 this time. Roaming around the map and finding whatever he wants from this game so far. But, yeah, I wanted to... Oh, no, never mind. Excalibur now in trouble as the kills just don't stop coming for NIP. Excalibur does pop the blur to try and help him get away. They'll throw down the Omni Slash, but the blur actually comes off. Apparently, Ace doesn't count as a unit during that, but whatever. They get the right-click kill anyway, and that will be Excalibur going down.
Yeah, I've seen that dodge before. It's pretty nifty, but...
Helpful. Helpful to know.
Also not sure if it's... balanced.
I mean, I'm sure Juggernaut counts as a unit. He's not banished when he's doing that, but, you know, you can hook him and stuff, so he's there, but apparently not there also.
It's physical attacks, and he doesn't have a target for the next one. That might be the logic.
Okay, yeah. I can take that. Oops, Snakes drop down onto Shashflow's face here as the shackles come out as well. Saxa now trying to back himself away as the boat drops onto nobody. Despite a very target-rich environment, but doesn't find anybody. Jerry just trying to run away from Ace right now, but 33 is playing catch, and he does throw down that Void, slowing it down the Magnus, but he's a pretty fast guy. He's got his Arcane, so he's definitely not a slow Magnetor as he's making his way around. Saxa, though, from the high ground, gets the Hex, and in comes a Timbersaw to finish the job. Jerry will fall, and Fada gets another kill.
Yeah, this is one of the problems with Night Stalker is that he is basically a melee creep during the daytime. I can see that Slow barely did anything, and he can't even catch up to a plus 4 Magnus. That's kind of sad. But you can bet that he's gonna put the pedal to the metal again once it gets back to nighttime.
Yeah, this is. I mean, this is usually what we see from 33. I'm actually surprised he's being so active around the map during the day. In comes the X. Gonna bother with the boat? No, just X into.
We don't have enough damage.
What's his Q called on Oracle?
I can't click it right now.
God, Oracle spells have the stupidest names. It's like
they do, and I don't play it.
Fate's Edict, Fortune's End, Purifying Flames.
Yeah. It's like,
is that fate?
I just call it QE.
Yeah. It's Q. That's the thing with Oracle. You always just resort to that on False Promise. Yeah, so it's one of the ones I mentioned. I mentioned all 5 spells. Just can't remember what does what.
The only thing I care about is that he purges.
He do purge. He do purge.
It's the strongest aspect of Terra by far. Anyway, like, it makes sense that you'd have the Night Stalker at least somewhat active during the day, just because he's still a big, beefy guy, and you put him on the lanes where you don't really want to show anyone else, because there's no threat in him being off map right now. He can't jungle exactly, so you just put him on that mid lane. Keep bouncing that creep wave back. Make sure that Singularity feels the pain of having lost that mid tower as much as possible. And they're showing 2 people in mid again, so that's working out great for them. And you can see this nice grouped way of moving to top.
I love that they put PPD top to get 6, by the way, and he's actually managed to get level 7 now as well. So he's getting so much from this rotation because, you know, he's a panda. There's no point in him rotating before level 6, and since he's had the 6, nothing's really happened. So he's just kind of been chilling out, getting some money, getting some XP, pushing himself up.
How do you look at, like, they showed Fada on the mid lane and then 2 people in that camp on top. They got the attention of 4 others. And this is how you pull off.
Okay, PPD running forward.
4+1.
EGM is here with that RP, but he's going to back himself away. No sense in running into these heroes when you have this this vision. They clearly want to find something here, and they are not going to give it.
Yeah, with that Panda ult, you just don't want to fight into that at all. And oh, that is a huge minimap all of a sudden. Thank you.
Wow. XXL minimap. Meanwhile, Saxa in some trouble in the mid lane. The boat, though, is not going to hit, as he does manage to ruin the combo with a Hex there. So that will save his life. Meanwhile, Fata getting busy onto Shashlo here. Nice timber chain forwards, trying to chase down the Surge, and Surge runs off, and Fata should be able to get this kill, although in comes Poshka trying to heal him up and help him out a bit. Fate Edict coming down, but there's the RP. It's under the tower as well, but do they have the follow-up damage? They certainly do not. Two big, tanky heroes don't really care about being disabled for a few seconds, and Poshka getting run down here. Doesn't really know what to do with himself. Gonna heal up 33 and die. Ouch.
Yeah, that's extra painful.
NIP paying a visit to Singularity's high ground right now at the 14-minute mark, getting RP'd and still coming out better. This is getting pretty painful. Things starting to get a bit sweaty for Singularity. They do pick up this, dagger? Oh, 33 just going to fly himself away all the same. Yeah, they do pick up a Desolator on the PA. So this is an item they can fight with. This is an item they can do some damage with, which is what their lineup was sorely lacking. But we'll see if there is going to be a response. Snakes in the middle lane as well makes it very unattractive to try and defend this one. Throw down a healing ward on top of that as well. Excalibur trying to come into the back lane. They surged him in. Meanwhile, Fata just going to timber chain away from the boat. No problems there, but Excalibur doing a lot of damage. Fata's in trouble. He's just going to die. Too much damage coming through from Singularity. And Fata was not prepared for that Desolator. And now they look towards Ace as well. Ace going for the TP out. Excalibur will not be able to get the damage off. Doesn't find a crit. And, well, Singularity, they get a kill onto the Timber. PPD goes down as well somewhere along this line of things. So, Singularity, maybe the ball is back in their court. Maybe they can start to turn things around now. Still a 6k gold advantage for NIP, and definitely feeling the buildings and map in their favor right now.
Yeah, PPD died the first, actually. It's why there was no ban ult to speak of.
Yeah.
He just got evaporated. So yeah, nice pickup there from Excalibur, and it's going to make things a lot harder for NIP now, because they, at first, you could see they were playing like, right, we can't die. And that's the call in that moment, right? Right, guys, just go, we can't die. And now the entire exchange changes. They have to think about, all right, we can die. Who can we die with? Who are, like, they can't, for example, do what they did before, which is put Ace on that bottom wave and just shove it out. He can't show there anymore. So he actually has to start trading jungle farm now. Luckily, he is also very close to picking up his own farm amplification items, because he's going, yeah, there it is. Maelstrom coming in. And of course, it is night again, and poor Jerry
takes a fall
no
on
way
Magnus.
of getting out of that one.
Sad life for the Magnus this game. Meanwhile, the Juggernaut, he's got himself a Yasha. Got the current coming out to him. Oh, actually, Yasha Maelstrom as well. So very aggressive from Ace right now. No kind of farming item coming out from anybody here. Midas is dead.
Maelstrom is.
Yeah, true.
He's very much what he is counting on to keep himself even with the PA.
Yeah, but you know, not seeing this Battle Fury try and contest the Magnus, which I think is probably a good move, because you don't really contest Magnus when one of your heroes doesn't have to buy a Battle Fury. It's not really the way you can play things. Zoracle, he's gonna pop this. Oh, I'm not sure Fata was smoked actually.
Fata wasn't. No.
Walk past in the tree.
He's just a big flop. Because anyone that would have gone to the bot wave would have most likely died there.
Picking up some creeps here in the bottom lane. Sorry about that. We just downtime on the stream and back into it immediately. Yeah, NIP still pushing forwards on this advantage, but the PA, she's now top of the net worth chart, so no real surprise if you give this PA an inch with the Magnus backing her up with that Empower, then she is going to take a mile, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now from Pink, from Jerry, and from Excalibur. Or Shashlo, he's in an awkward position, does have that surge of...
And then the good plan to just bait out that ban ult is not so good anymore. I am surprised though that NIP doesn't seek to get any form of tower damage off of this. Maybe that's just not good enough of a pick-off for them.
Oh, have they found another one? Yes, they have. EGM this time getting caught out as well. The same two heroes each time. It's EGM and it's Shashlo who just keep on getting killed by this hard roaming lineup of NIP. They are looking for blood, and boy are they finding it so far.
Yeah, there is so much of this dark space for them to roam in. 33 probably loves this game right now.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's one of those things that you can do with it, like a good Timbersaw game, is you guarantee yourself so much map space. So with the way that NIP drafted, I doubt that they only had the Timbersaw in mind. But what you do there is you pick something that's going to bulldoze down these towers. And even if it maybe runs out of steam, that's fine, because all the darkness you create on the map does so well for your Night Stalker. And they are going high ground now.
Yep, using those snakes, using this Aegis, Ace on the front lines with Fata, just tanking up that tower, getting those reactive armor stacked in. They're going to throw down a wall, just a casual wall, you know. There's going to be enough to force NIP back for the time being. They don't really want to fight around this one, especially with the threat of the RP. But they have already done so much work on this tower, and all it cost them was snakes.
They'll be back in 1.5 minutes.
Alright, Excalibur, what can you do? Highest net worth, he is a PA. We've seen this hero pull off some miraculous stuff in the past, but it is looking desperate. BKB being queued up, knowing that, well, I need this Desolator and then I need to fight. It's not really an option to go for anything greedier than that, so they're just trying to pile everything, you know, empower her, surge her, everything you can to get this PA online is the aim of the game. Hex out onto Pingvin. We'll get dragged back, but PPD is searching, and he does find him. Primal Split going to be used as well as Maposhka kind of walking around going, uh-oh, I don't want to be here. Going to absorb the focus of 33 and Ace, though, and maybe keep his carry alive. Kunkka could be in some trouble. Going down pretty quick here, though. The poke going to keep him alive. Ace actually drops so quickly to Excalibur as he jumps into this fight. Just haven't picked up this BKB. I think it's a great way to use it, but at the same time, maybe not. I thought they were going to go for a little bit more of that. They do have the RP, but apparently they just wanted to pop that Aegis and get out. So that's your 10-second BKB charge gone down for an Aegis, and now a real opening for NIP to push on high ground. After this, Oracle will be back in 3 seconds.
It's an opening for NIP, yes, but at this point of your Singularity, that's just what you're going to get. And you did just win a fight outside of your base.
Yeah.
That's Panda Split down, that's the Aegis down, and nothing really for NIP to do off of that. So you can see that Nip splitting again. They are farming back up, their window is gone, and that buys you very precious time.
Yeah, the minutes really counting for Singularity as they are trying to get their PA back into this match.
And this is one of the problems that Nip's going to have with this lineup. This is very good at killing those first couple of towers, and then, you know, taking over the map, roaming everywhere, but after that, they can't actually siege. They have no tower damage at a distance. They have to put the Timbersaw on top of the tower, or Ace on top of the tower, if they want to get any building damage done whatsoever. So, yeah, this is a very natural speed bump for the lineup, and Fada is fine. He's fine.
33 might not be, though, as Excalibur will just run him down. And is taken out. I mean, oh, Jerry whiffs the RP. That one hurts. Going on to PPD, and PPD is just blown up. So Excalibur really on the warpath right now.
Yeah, without the snakes and without the, especially without the Panda ult, I think this game is pretty even in terms of fighting ability. And I really like this from Singularity. They are not intimidated by the fact that they are lacking in towers or lacking in farm. They're just saying, alright, we have a PA, she's strong, we fight.
Oh, okay. That's an omni/kill onto the Magnus.
You could see him trying to time that skewer in order to maybe get out, but it got much harder to dodge the omni/slash with your abilities when they reworked it. It's because there's a lot less time in between those jumps to time your, well, what did you call it? Your window where you're not a unit?
Yeah, more or less. Cannot be attacked or whatever it was.
So now a bit of a stalemate, and this is why I did like Ace picking up that Maelstrom because it is keeping him level with the PA right now. And the PA couldn't, like, because this is a Magnus, you don't go Battle Fury, she didn't have that much of a great start either, so she's not this unstoppable farming monster. You can keep pace with her if you really try. But that's a problem as well, because this is still, you're racing a Juggernaut versus a PA. That PA is going to have a big window where she just blows up your entire team, and you are mostly an Omni-Slash. The Omni-Slash is down right now.
Right, it's currently sitting at 16-7 on the scoreline with a 6k gold advantage for NIP, but they've kind of been holding this for a while here, unable to make this into an advantage for them, which they really need to do with this lineup they have. I feel like, oh 33 getting jumped upon here, but the Tance is out immediately along with the Yules as well, so Excalibur controlled up for the time being as PPD comes in the backline, throws on the ulti, but they managed to get the kill onto 33, and now they're looking to maybe clean up some Brewlings here, but they have already run away with the Wind Panda and a cheeky little pause out from Saxa, as we have some kind of issue here. But, I mean, I guess there's not a whole lot to be done here. PPD, he's got the Wind Panda safe, so I don't really see them getting the kill onto him. He's going to have a lovely scenic shot through the jungle here.
That was a beautiful read from EPG. They were already smoked up to go on that bottom rune before the entirety of NIP TP'd down there. And we're just not ready to encounter opposition that fast. They're like, alright, it's nighttime, I'm gonna grab this rune and then rotate through the bot lane because they've last seen us on top, right? And no, they were already there. EPG was already there. And that is just... is a great example of really good strategic play. Because it doesn't matter how well you press your buttons.
Oh, they're not going to kill PPD, they're just going to wait for him to respawn. They're going to throw up the Conquer though, and maybe try and stop him getting anything out of this one, as they will get the Purge off. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the end for Peter Pandam. Keep on chasing, and Excalibur finds that kill. So really, the PA finding so much from these fights.
They are grouped though, which means that PA is the only one fighting anything, and Ace is still keeping pace.
He is indeed, yeah. He's finding a lot out of this map, as he's very well known for doing now. Actually going for the full
Saxa is going to drop the wards on his top lane if they see anyone in mid. He might just do it regardless. Oh, there we go.
Well called. Yep. The wards go down. A bit of damage being placed onto that tower. Worth it? Maybe. You know, a bit of irreparable damage, always nice.
Yeah, and several TPs to the top lane. There's this Magnus haroomphing through the trees, finding nothing. I'd say that's worth it. Maybe the only thing... oh, that's the third smoke from EPG already. Sorry, EPG Singularity.
Well, they're going on to 33 here. Excalibur jumping in. Doesn't care about the silence as a crit comes through. 33 taken care of. Mapocha gets a kill.
It's one of those moments where I want to check the items, because I imagine that NIP did almost nothing to itemize defensively because of the whole, well, we can't die mentality before. That's a problem when they are going on you.
under the tier 2.
Yeah, but, you know, that's just gonna happen.
Yep. These little squishy supports are just bowling pins for the Excalibur to take down. Thanks. I mean, NIP, they're feeling the stress right now, I think. They are losing sight of this game. I know, it's becoming very even, and, well, that's an... okay. Okay, Ace. Jerry tries to come in for the RP, but just gets Omni-Slashed instead. that is very awkward.
Yeah, he thought he got him, but he don't.
No. He did.
One of the problems here is that NIP didn't really think about whether or not this turning point would come, so they didn't itemize for it. They thought that they could have closed the game out by now. But now that they can't, they're suddenly thinking like, well, we could have used a 4 staff, a Glimmer Cape, maybe something in the direction of, say, a Crimson Guard. I don't know. There's a lot of different things that they could have bought that nobody really thought about because there's aggressive items all over. There's a BKB finished on 33 right now.
Smokes are popped. The Shashlo is going to be the victim of this smoke gank here. No real escape for him inside the trees, but they want to fight this one. BKB popped from the Conquerors. They're trying to go into this fight. Ace dropping super low as well, as once again Excalibur is trying to hunt him down, but he will be able to get himself away. Now they look towards the Timbersaw as well. Fada looking like a big squishy boy in front of Excalibur right now as that Desolate is just ripping through him, but now hexed up. Excalibur could be in some trouble. Look at those shackles from the logo from Saxon, keeping Excalibur controlled. He's so nearly dead and he is going to go down. Saxon finished up with an Aether Shock, and that is going to be the end of the fight for Singularity as Shashlo, the original gank E, is trying to get himself up to the high ground, but once again, Saxon comes forwards, gets the shackles, and finishes off the kill. Meanwhile, over in the mid lane, there is a purge sent over to Fata here. It's beautiful torrent there, going to hold back the forces of NIP, but they are up onto the high ground. Maposhka getting chunked away here. Her crits ripping him apart, trying to heal himself up to survive the Blade Fury with the... No, he's gone. Fate's Edict, not enough. Meanwhile, boat coming through onto Pingvin. Pingvin able to just get himself away. Well, I mean, it stops him chasing him to base anyway. And Saxa will be able to blink down to the low ground as well. But a very good fight from NIP as they take 3 heroes here, including that all-important Phantom Assassin, finally knocking her a little bit further down away from this Juggernaut as the battle of the carries continues, and this time swinging into NIP's favor.
He still didn't get any tower damage off of all of that. So, yeah, you can see they can take the fight on the Dire if they get to jump first. They need to blow up 1 or ideally 2 of NIP's heroes. And the way that NIP walked into that fight, which is very good, presenting the tanky options first. Ace gets out just about in time, and now they get to take Rush.
Yep, it's a beautiful dream sequence of events for NIP, perfectly orchestrated and pulled off as that smoke gank goes very, very well for them. Though
I'm really
Ace
enjoying
getting
the play
jumped
from
on.
Saxa.
Yeah, I also want to talk about this butterfly pickup on Ace, because I think like 90% of Juggernaut players in the wild would definitely go for an MKB rather than the butterfly versus this PA. You know, you're like, well, you know, I'm a Juggernaut and the enemy team has a PA, so I need to be able to kill her, so therefore I buy an MKB. But nope, he goes for the butterfly, and it absolutely saved his skin in that last fight as well. I mean, a couple of hits got dodged there from the Phantom Assassin. That absolutely was the difference between him dying from that initial engagement, which has happened every fight so far, and this time him being able to get out and survive and then turn the fight around on the side of NIP. So really nice itemization there from Ace.
Yeah, I gotta completely second that. That item choice probably won them the fight there. Just because they know that they're gonna get jumped. If he's in the front, he's the juiciest target. If he gets to live, you win the fight. Because apart from the initial burst, there is not much sustained damage on the side of Singularity.
No, that's true. That's true. It's all about the burst, and if you can save yourself from that, then things ain't so bad. IP though, they're smoked and they're looking for more. Rotating up towards the top side of the map. There is nobody from Singularity here right now. They are off doing other things on the other side of the map. So
this one's read pretty easily. Like if you see only Saxa and the mid, Saxa, excuse me, Fada, and the mid wave is pushed this far in, you can bet your the minimap shows it as well. Both sides clearly avoiding each other. And most likely Singularity is going to know that they dodged the smoke here by the way that NIP came back into that mid lane. So they're going to feel good about that. Surprised to see people TPing.
Okay. Yeah, Pingvin just able to get the BKB TP out there. Of course, that is a BKB charge, but I'm pretty sure it's down to 5 seconds now anyway, so who cares? Naposhka also going to get the TP out. Saska sniffed him out, but a little bit too late as Shashlo gets Omni Slash once again. Ace will find it, using his Omni Slashes to find solo kills time and time again. I have to say, Ace having a wonderful game so far as he keeps finding these kills.
But again, the creep waves are not really very far forward, and they had to go again 3 times to finally find a kill. And this time the Darkseer has buyback.
Yeah, I mean, Omni Slash for a buyback, or, I mean, its death time is not even that long either, to be honest. So, no real opportunity for NIP to get in the fight, but I don't know what they're waiting for here. I think maybe...
Well, Fada's got his defensive items up now. He's finished the Shiva's guard. He's got a Lotus Orb as well. He's got a hood. He might actually be able to stand in front for a while again.
I think they're just really scared of this one-way combo, though. I mean, like, the Magnus with the Conquer, you can't really run up high ground into that without a very solid plan on how you're going to react to it. So just trying to push in all the waves at once, you know, get the creeps in their favor, force Singularity to split up a bit.
Yeah, split them up, jump them.
Yep.
And ideally what you do is you let one wave go. Oh, are they going?
Well, trying to. They're really thinking about it on the side of NIP as they're kind of sitting on this high ground. And, yeah. Shashlo went for the vacuum stomp play immediately, but didn't catch anybody in it.
You miss every arrow you don't shoot, right?
For sure, for sure. Satanic picked up by the P8 as well. She's going to blur up, finding Ace. Can they get this quick pick off, though? I don't think they can. Excalibur, I think he kind of wanted to bait something out there, but Ace is just running straight at them. Singularity going to back themselves away, actually. So a little bit of an awkward initiation there.
Yeah, they were a little bit nervous as well, because Ace is running in with his spin, but he's not gonna be very happy if he's in the middle of your team once the spin ends. I'm guessing that they would have fought if they had a creep wave for the Omni Slash to bounce off of, but since they didn't have that, they just back out.
Saxa blinking forwards aggressively here, looking to find someone with those shackles of his. It's a very tense game, though. I mean, it's 11k gold advantage for NIP still, but Singularity still feel like a huge threat. As Excalibur goes hunting for runes, gonna find PPD instead, but actually gets split upon. Gonna try and blur himself away, but 33 comes on to break it. And Singularity, they're kind of sticking around. They're saying like, yeah, they want him to be able to jump to us, but with the silence, that's not gonna happen. Excalibur in a whole lot of trouble as the shackles come in as well. But in comes Jerry in the backlines, but can't RP because of the silence. And now, well, we'll be able to take down Saxa, but Excalibur is actually false promise. And then comes the Omni Slash to finish off Jerry as he actually RPs Saxa, I think, to get that kill. And RP is definitely down, and now, well, NIP feel like the leash has been taken off as they're running forwards on this one, but Ping didn't pop that BKB, trying to turn around to the 33, but he pops that cheese to turn himself around. Shashlo kind of separated right here on the high ground, gonna pop that wall to try and get himself out of this one, give himself some kind of space. It's not quite happening as Ace will take a dagger. Crit dagger not doing a whole lot. It's pretty armored Juggernaut. He's trying to run up onto the high ground, doesn't get torrented. Dagger spam is real as Excalibur keeps throwing it out here. And they will be able to force NIP back again for the time being. Actually, jump forwards onto Excalibur here. He's being very aggressive with this one. BKB still on cooldown, don't forget. Shashlo now leading the charge. I mean, he can get a vacuum off, but he's got no real follow-up here. Comes in, punches a catapult, backs himself away. X marks it out onto Fata, though. He's got a yield. So I think this is the end to this fight, although Singularity is still hanging around in this middle lane like they want something to happen. It's not, though.
There's no real way to disable Excalibur apart from the Shadow Shaman and the Bruise split, and they killed the Shadow Shaman back there. So even though his BKB was off, he felt really comfortable just going forward, and NIP had to back off at that point.
Yeah,
but
they had to respect it.
I gotta say that the fact that he didn't pop his BKB immediately did make that fight a lot harder for Singularity than it should have. Maybe he was trying to bait a nice RP moment out there, but instead they just sort of used their abilities all staggered while on the retreat. That was not the engagement they were looking for. I'm actually wondering if Singularity going for these aggressive pickoffs is keeping NIP on guard and keeping NIP from just going high ground and walking straight into this moment where they're like, alright, fine, whatever, we can tank an RP or something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
one of those mind games you gotta play.
Yeah, last fight they did drop the RP just to kill the Shaman, but I mean, the Magnus was dead anyway, and as you talked about, you know, the Shaman is a huge reason why the PAs needed this BKB, so if you take him out, then that BKB being on cooldown is much less of an issue. It still hurts. You still want these big teamfight ultimates on the side of Singularity. So they're grouping up in the top lane here, looking to find themselves a tier 1. You know, it's something, I guess. They're even going to fortify it, though, because, of course, we'll get refreshed if it does get killed.
Yeah.
33 coming forwards, actually, popping that ultimate, and the silence comes in onto Excalibur. Excalibur just being careful. He actually blinks forwards into this one. Meanwhile, Fada trying to chase down Shashlo, trying to get immediately Omni Slash coming through onto Pingvin. He can't do a thing. Ace just annihilates him in the backline. So Conqueror is dead, does have buyback. Meanwhile, in the front lines of the fight, well, Shashlo trying to get himself through the river here, running away from the entire side of NIP. Singularity in pieces right now as he's trying to set himself away. Fada trying to close the distance, though, and Saxa, how is he there? I don't even know, but he finds Shashlo and gets him the kill. Saxa and his positioning, my word. He is always where he needs to be in this game, and they're just catching out the Darkseer and finding them that extra kill. So 3 heroes just die, and Singularity didn't even make a peep as they go down there, and NIP feeling very, very strong all of a sudden.
Yeah, you can see once again Excalibur not popping the BKB, hoping for people to collapse onto him, and NIP just refuses. They go for the backline. The backline has no idea what to do when all of these fighters collapse on top of them. It's like, oh, we could drop the spells, but they're not grouped and they're not on our PA. We don't know what to do, and you need to have a plan for when that happens. Yep,
exactly. I mean, you know, you just look at these heroes and you go, well, you're never going to really be able to RP a Panda very successfully unless you catch him off guard. You're never going to be able to RP get like the Timbersaw in those RPs because he's just flying around all over the place playing his own game. It's very awkward.
Yeah.
And then, of course,
ideally
you've got the
big
aerial
Saxa
silence.
and Ace, I think.
What's that?
I think you want Saxa and Ace.
In the RP?
Yeah.
That's the dream. That's the dream, but...
Yeah. You're never going to get the 2 of those. Saxa has so much reach with that Blink Dagger.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's just staying out of the fights until Jerry shows himself, which is exactly what he needs to do. Or, of course, until the PA shows himself and getting a cheeky hex off.
TP on bot. I think NIP is going to find it. Roshan is up again.
Yeah, Singularity
could do this very fast.
They're playing with the idea, aren't they? Especially with that Phantom Assassin of theirs, but they're playing... this is quite defensive from them, to be honest, and they're not really going for any kind of objective or any kind of kills here. They're just trying to farm out and get a scope on the game, which is... Okay, MKB out for Phantom Assassin, so that gives her a little bit more kill potential on this Juggernaut. The time of the butterfly is over. The time the MKB now reigns strong. A really close game. I mean,
NIP, it's weird to say that, right, about a 17k lead game, but NIP is not out of the woods at all.
No. I mean, as I said, even as I said it, I'm like looking at the stats and going, right, well, on paper, this game is completely NIP favored, and they have just won the last fight, which puts them in a really good position. But like, yeah, it just feels so much closer than it looks according to the stats. Like, you know, even Dota Plus recognized it with bringing the win percentage actually into Singularity's favor earlier on, and now only being like 25% or something. So really, this Roche is the big decider. This is the big fight we've been waiting for. We need a big RP out of EGM. He's been waiting all game for one, but it's just not been happening. But if that happens, you know, they don't even need the Torrent or the boat any longer. You just get that empowered PA on top of them, and they are gonna die. Not to mention you've got the vacuum and the...
Sorry, I was looking at the wards. For NIP has been watching this entire circus mill around their jungle for like 3 minutes now, and there is actually a really big wave coming on bottom. So NIP is going to probably drag a little bit more time here.
With the courier, they see Roche's health disappearing. They can go for this whenever they want to, as Jerry tries to get the skewer onto Fada. Doesn't quite work. Radiant Courage goes down for creep, I think, as Excalibur just held up in the backlines. Meanwhile, the Omni Slash comes down, does take down Shashlo. Meanwhile, Pingvin trying to get himself away. Kosha is dead, and up onto the high grounds. Well, Excalibur and Pingvin trying to chase down heroes here. They will take down PPD at least. Jerry in some trouble, though, trying to get himself away, and the Chakram will finish him off. Pingvin taking a ton of damage to Conquer, trying to get himself away from this one. Meanwhile, in the long range, Shackle is keeping Excalibur in place, allowing to finish off his teammates. Now Excalibur trying to TP out. That's not going to happen. Yule's just to make sure. Chakram on top of him as well. Excalibur is dead. 3 heroes gone. Buyback on the Magnus, but buyback on nobody else. They get the Poshka as well. NIP, they came in for the Roche, but they take the game instead with 4 heroes dead. I think they're just going to look to the tier 4s right now.
Yeah, they can high ground off of this so easily. With that big wave pushing into the bottom already, that... Oh, Jerry, poor man.
Tier 3 is dead.
Just a little bit more patient, because you said he'd been waiting all game. Well, he had to wait like 5 to 10 seconds longer there.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but that was an incredibly questionable skewer from him in that last fight. And they actually just called GG. They're not going to give it another go. And that's it for game one. I mean, best of 5 series, you know, don't want to let yourself get too demotivated. And I don't think Singularity should be demotivated about this game. That Timbersaw pick was an absolute stonker. Like, that was such a good pick for them. And you really felt it on the side of Singularity that things were, I don't know, they're awkward.
I mean, they had their window with the PA. They did it really nicely. They took that window really nicely, but at some point you can't rely on one hero to take out all 5 of the enemy. And especially with Saksa coming in late every time, just waiting on his spells, not being afraid to let 1 or 2 of his compatriots die before he goes back in again. I think that's really well played by him. And yeah, a little bit of criticism for NIP here in that they didn't think that this window was going to come. I think if they itemize harder for taking the high ground, then they probably could. Or if they itemize harder for surviving the window when it comes, that would also be a good idea. But the way they went at it right now also made this game just more difficult for themselves.
Yeah, it did. I mean, but as I said, you know, this Timbersaw pick was so good. You know, it was such a good hero.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that Singularity were able to kind of play around it and actually survive past kind of like the 20-minute mark. Look at, you know, they were diving high ground at 14 minutes, Kips. This was not looking like a close game, but you got to give full credit to Singularity. They dragged it out for a long time. Unfortunately, they couldn't take the win in the end. I mean, Excalibur just couldn't do enough, and unfortunately, Pingvin just felt like a non-hero on the Conquer this game. So,
yeah.
I think for some of the players, it's going to be pretty demoralizing to lose this one. I think EGM and Pingvin definitely going to be feeling a little bit bad about that one, but a lot of the other heroes going to be feeling pretty damn good about that game and maybe pretty hopeful for the rest of the series. Meanwhile, NIP, they've got the win in their sails right now and looking to make their way through into the best of 7 super finals coming up tomorrow. But first, we have is, of course, a best of 5. We're going to be back very shortly, bringing you the rest of the action here in the Dota 2 Tug of War Radiant WePlay event. We'll see you very shortly.